Back pain can happen from sitting or standing for long periods of time, or from carrying excess weight like a bag or your baby. Hi, I'm Jenny Lu. We'll practice 5 simple chair yoga poses that can help to relieve some of that back pain and stiffness by strengthening and lengthening the muscles that support our back. Whether you're at home or in the office, you can practice these moves anytime to feel better. So grab a sturdy chair and let's get started. We're going to warm up our spine and our core with some seated cat-cows. So you want to make sure you're seated kind of like on the center of your chair, and your feet are separated about hip width apart, knees aligned right over the toes. So once you're here, you can roll the shoulders up and back, sit bones planted. I'm just going to turn to my side to give you my profile view. You're good sitting where you are. So right here. So we're going to start with a fairly neutral spine, and on an inhale, you're going to slowly start to tip your pelvis forward into an anterior tilt. So tilting forward. And from here, open the chest. Go into a very gentle back bend. So open the chest, and you can lift your chest, lift your heart chakra up about 45 degrees skyward. You can even draw the shoulder blades down a little bit. Feel the opening, expansion in the chest. When you exhale, we're going to start to do a posterior tilt of your pelvis. So use your core to draw your tailbone back and down and start to round your spine. And as you are here, you're going to make a beautiful letter C with your back, reaching your hands forward, spreading the shoulder blades open. And slowly just repeat a few more times. So inhale into that seated version of the cow's back. Roll the shoulders up and back, open the front body. When you exhale, start to slowly drop the tailbone. Engage your core, hollow out the chest, spread open the space between the shoulder blades. And when you inhale, opening the front body. And this move is going to help us to increase the flexibility and the mobility in the spine. If you tend to sit a lot, either it's in front of your desk or driving, this is going to really help to open up some of the tense spots. Exhale. And just one really good one. So inhale, open the chest. Lift your heart chakra up. When you exhale, rounding the spine, drop the tailbone down. And spreading the space between the shoulder blades, getting those acupressure points, good for your heart, your lungs, and for your immunity. So once you're up, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And I'm just gonna scoot back facing you. So the next one, we're gonna do some stretches to the sides. So from here, you're going to take, we're mirror images of each other. So your right hand is gonna hold on to the bottom of the seat of your chair. You can go to the front or the back, whatever that feels good. And then reach your left arm all the way up. So once you're here, first, before we even bend, make sure you have a nice strong core. So from here, your feet are planted. If you need, you can even separate them a little bit wider, but hip width is fine. Inhale to your lower abdomen. When you exhale, slowly stretching to your side. Breathing in, coming back to the center. Breathing out if you can, reach up a little bit, increase the intercostal spaces. Exhale, bending. One more time, breathing in, relax a little bit. Breathing out, you can reach up and bending. Just make sure you're stable. Sending healing energy to your left side. Slowly coming back, letting your left hand come down. You can even roll that shoulder back. And let's get to the other side. So we get to stretch and lengthen the sides. Okay, after we've done the front and the back, now this is side. Take your time, and your left hand, ground that down, seat of the chair, and then your right arm reaches all the way up, just do the best you can. And then again, so find that the sit bones rooted and grounded. Inhale to your lower abdomen, your second chakra. When you exhale, start to slowly bending. And if there's room, you can even take your hand to the back, right? I'm holding onto the back legs of the chair. Inhale, center, exhale. Just a nice lateral stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly coming back, letting your arms relax. And again, from here, roll the shoulders up and back. You can even do a little bit of gentle twisting, just kind of reset everything. And we want to make the muscles around this area, the midsection, strong and flexible and supple, so it can support our spine, all of the good things in the middle, your internal organs, keeps your posture upright. Okay, so one more, we're going to do a gentle spinal twist. So taking your left hand, putting that on the top of your right knee. Remember, we're mirror images of each other. And then you're going to take the other hand either on the back of the chair, or if there's room, depending the type of chair you have, you can also just hook your arm, right? I have my elbow right here on the back side of my chair, on the seat back. So making sure you're still staying rooted and grounded. So breathing into your lower abdomen, lift your spine up and tall. When you exhale, start to slowly turning to your right side. Breathing into your lower abdomen. Breathing out, exhale. So start to gently feel this turn happening from the lower back, coming up, middle back. And when you get to the upper back, depending on where your arm is at, so you can give yourself a little gentle help. Maybe the arm is hooked onto the back of the chair, or maybe it's on the back seat, towards the back of your seat. Okay, one more inhale, coming back, maybe halfway. Don't lose all the stretch. When you exhale, low, middle, upper back. And you can look slightly behind you if that feels good for you. And slowly, gently unwinding, upper, middle, lower. And again, just a little gentle reset. Little shaking the center, roll the shoulders up and back. We'll go to the other side. Your right hand goes to the top of your left knee, and then the other hand, just kind of find a spot. Is this okay for my shoulder? Can I hook my arm on the back side of the seat? Okay, so take a breath into your lower abdomen, nice grounded lower body, core still engaged. So as you twist now, the first round, maybe just go gentle, lower back, middle back. You can look down to the floor about 45 degrees next to you or 90 degrees. Inhale, coming back halfway. Exhale, so rooting down through the sit bones. As you turn lower back, middle back, I can feel my obliques working now, right? So really feel all the muscles supporting our back. Low, middle, upper back. And then breathing in, coming back halfway. And then from here, turning from your core on the exhale, low, middle, upper back. And give yourself a little bit more help as you hook your arm to the back seat chair. And then slowly just twisting, coming back. And back center, take a breath in. And exhale. Let's practice seated figure 4 stretch, which is a great stretch for your lower back, your glutes, and your hip joints. So from a nice tall seated posture, lift your right leg up over here and landing your ankle right on top of your left thigh. So your supporting leg, you want to make sure the shin is perpendicular to the floor, so then your knee is stacked right on top of the ankle. And in order to protect this knee, flex your top ankle. So push the heel out and toes pointing closer to your knee. Stabilize your leg, one hand on each, on your knee, on your ankle. Sitting up tall, take a breath into your lower abdomen. When you exhale, you're going to hinge at your hip joints, folding forward. I'm gonna turn, you are good where you are. Okay, so right here. Breathing into the lower abdomen. When you exhale, gently folding forward and just start to feel the stretch, right? A nice outer stretch, outer hip stretch, glutes, little sciatic action, piriformis. And then when you inhale, just come up a little bit. When you exhale, folding just to the point you start to touch where you're getting the stretch. So if you have the flexibility, feel free to rest your elbows right on top of your leg. And take another breath, inhale. When you exhale, you just want to avoid hunching over, folding this way. So always to give yourself a nice stretch in the glutes area, hamstrings a little bit too, and just folding. And if you want, you can even dive forward, letting your chest rest on your thigh. So whatever works for you. And when you're ready, slowly rounding your spine, coming back up, roll the shoulders up and back. And just taking your leg slowly down on the floor. And you can switch sides. So pick up your left leg, ankle on top of your right thigh. So one thing I didn't get to mention, that if this is too big of a stretch for you, you can also just walk your bottom foot a little bit further away. So let me turn to my side. Okay, so you can walk a little bit further away, so then it's a little less stress on this side. So again, flex at the ankle, push the heel out, and just stabilize your leg, hand on your knee, and then the other ankle. Take a breath into your lower abdomen. You're gonna fold again, so slow. So even if you can fold deeper, that first round, just getting to that spot, breathing in, sending healing energy to wherever you're feeling the tension or tight spot. When you exhale, folding forward. So be gentle with yourself. This is a great stretch to do when you're traveling, right? When you're traveling in the airplane, in a car for a long time. Inhale, exhale. So holding, going a little deeper with each exhale, and also mindfully sending healing energy to your outer hip area, your lower back, and slowly coming back up. And just taking your leg back. So if you want to release some of that tension, you can also tap, right? So wherever you felt the stretch, maybe the glutes area, outer hip, just help yourself to release this tension. And take a breath, inhale, and exhale with a smile. So a lot of times back pain can happen because of a tight hamstring. So when you're seated, if your hamstrings are really tight, this side of the attachment on the top, which is attached to this sit bones, is going to pull your pelvis down and causing your spine to round. So we're going to use our chair to practice a really easy move to lengthen the hamstring. So you're going to face your chair. I would hold down to the back side of the chair just so you have some support. So lifting one leg up, and then just make sure your pelvis is parallel to your chair, so then you feel quite stable. And then the bottom leg, your foot can turn a little bit instead of facing straight to the chair, a little bit to the side. Just have a little balance, support. And then you're gonna softly bend that back knee, so no locking of the joint. And your front foot is just gonna be heel down, toes up. We're gonna keep this leg straight, again, no locking of any joints. Okay, so take a breath into your lower abdomen. Standing up tall, when you exhale, we do the same fold that we did before. So folding at the hip joints, holding onto the back of the chair for support. Breathing in, coming up a little bit. When you breathe out, you fold deeper. So every time you fold, you're gonna feel that stretch happening in the back side of your thigh. So more in the belly of the hamstring. That means you're gonna feel it right in the thigh area instead of in the attachments, which is the sit bones and then the back side of the knee. So take a breath in. When you exhale, you're gonna fold. So with a nice long spine, you're folding through the hip joints right there, hinging at the hips. So if you have the flexibility, you can fold even deeper. And then sometime when we're really tight in the hamstrings, you might just be able to go forward a little bit. Okay, so that's okay. So just take your time finding that spot that works for you. Exhaling out. Again, so finding that connection in with your body and then proceeding with caution and care. And slowly rounding the spine, coming back up. And you can slowly, carefully take that leg back. And let's switch over to the other side. So let's say if the chair is even too high for you, you can start with, a sofa, sturdy sofa. It's okay. If you're driving, you're taking a break at the rest stop, you can just put your foot on the back of your bumper. That's another place, right? Park bench when you're walking. So again, so you're gonna take your time, make sure you're stable and setting yourself up correctly. So pelvis facing the chair, and then soften both knees. Take a breath in. When you exhale, start to slowly hinge at the hip joints, maintaining the nice long spine, and then aim to stretch the belly of the hamstrings, right? Inhale and exhale. You can just find that spot where you start to edge against your comfort zone. So not too uncomfortable, and also not too loose, okay? So inhale and exhale. You just need to do the best you can. So no locking of any joints, and then finding that way to go in, lean in a little bit with each exhale. You can visualize your hamstrings getting more supple, more lubricated. Softly bend that back knee, and then slowly letting yourself come back up to a nice tall standing posture, and you can just kind of wiggle out a little bit. You can practice these 5 moves individually or in one sitting. If you felt better, make sure to share this with someone who can also benefit, and also check the description below for more stretches that can help you to lengthen the hamstring to support your back. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, click the bell next to it so you'll get notified the next time I come out with a new video. I'll see you soon.